Thank you. Thank you for being here in your thousands. In front of me there are thousands. To my left there are thousands. There are thousands more to my right. And behind me there are thousands. Thank you for answering the call, because it's a serious call. We are called today to make history happen, to change the course of this legislation, to stop it in its tracks, and to say it's not good enough for New South Wales. This bill is a brutal bill. It's an inhuman bill. It totally discards or ignores the humanity of the unborn child. And even, as the Bishop has just said, the born child in some cases. It's a human disgrace. The right response for the Parliament would be to ditch this bill, to stop it in its tracks. And if you're listening, members of Parliament, members of the upper house, that's what the people want you to do, to ditch the bill. Louder! So they can hear! Let there be no doubt that that would be the right answer. It will take 6 members of that Legislative Council to change their position to allow that to occur. Those 6 members, pray for them, talk to them, engage them. We have days left to do it, but talk sense into those people. Make sure your voices are heard wherever in the state that you come from. They need to hear the message that this bill should not pass. As you know, I've been trying to point out some of the most barbaric elements of this bill and say they at least should not be allowed to make it onto our statute books. There were amendments moved by my colleague Tanya Davies in the lower house to try to achieve that. Congratulations to Tanya. But sadly, the proponents of this bill stared them down and refused to budge. They voted against actually requiring a woman informed consent. They voted against offering a woman counselling. They voted against a proposal to make it a crime to coerce a woman to have abortion. How can they claim to be pro-women? Those amendments would have tried to civilise some of the worst aspects of this bill, but they voted no. We moved an amendment to make it a crime to leave a baby to die if they were born alive through an abortion process. They voted that down. That is barbaric. That's inhuman. It should not make it onto the statute books in New South Wales in that form. It must change. And as you've heard, it's not enough to pretend that they wanted to criminalise abortion. And you know, most of us in this crowd would know, it's not about decriminalising abortion. That was done by a court 48 years ago in a court case decision. And since that time, anybody who's followed the rules set by that court case has not been prosecuted. We don't have people lined up going to jail. So let's drop this pretence that it's about decriminalisation. It's not that. It is about sweeping away even the weak rules set way back in 1971 so that there are no constraints on abortion at all. That's what this bill is about. It's an inhuman, brutal bill to sweep away all opposition, all constraints to those who would practice abortion. You will have heard that up to 22 weeks this bill will mean that there are no reasons whatsoever required for an abortion. That is the real reason why the proponents voted against a control on gender selection as a reason, because they don't want any reasons at all. They don't want any constraint at all on the abortion industry. And even after 22 weeks, what changes? There's still no reason required under this bill. All it takes is 2 doctors to have the same opinion that it should occur. Is the law of New South Wales to rest on the opinion of 2 doctors? If we had 2 doctors like Philip Nitsky, who wants euthanasia for everybody, who want abortion for everybody, they could perform abortion under any circumstances at all. The bill is brutal, it's inhuman, and it cannot be allowed to as it stands. It should not pass at all. I congratulate you for being here, for coming out in your big numbers today. Those big numbers need to be seen by your members of parliament. They need to be heard by your members of parliament. And I pray that the members of the parliament will find it in their hearts to listen and to hear the humanity and compassion, decency of the people in this crowd. I congratulate you and I salute you for what you are doing. Together, let's work to change this, to win for the unborn child.